A chance there for a couple of younger, bright new faces. Brian Statham, that's a famous name at number 2. Vinnie Samways, 19 years of age, at number 10. The other end of the scale, of course, the veteran Ozzy Ardiles, still there at number 9. Clive Allen, the goal scorer, prolific. Scores almost in every match he plays. An astonishing player and an astonishing record. Clive Allen there at number 7. Well, we were talking really earlier on about Terry Venable's buys. Bobby Mims, of course, he bought when he was with Match of the Day, working for us last time round up at Everton.
That's right, he's not due any games in the near future, as he'll have another signing. Here's Arsenal, as they say, coming out. Certainly, though, looking at Spurs from their signings point of view, Jim, and they're going to have a very difficult game today against that young side coming out. A mixture there of experience, but they are full of confidence.
That sounds like the first difficulty, to overcome that warm reception. There they are, and looking, of course, at Paul Walsh, trying to make his mark in an away game for them, another high-priced player that Terry's trying to recreate that magic with, Trev.
Yes, I think Paul Walsh will be very interested to see how he does shape up, because Arsenal giving an applause to their Spurs being greeted with derision, but I'll be interested to see how Paul Walsh, his hair flowing at the back there, looks as if could do with a trim at the barber shop, but I'm sure he'll be looking forward to showing perhaps the North London rivals that he can turn it on, particularly away from home, because strikers have a tendency to do well at home, but sometimes find it difficult to get on the scoring mark in away matches. So I think that's something I'll be interested to see if Paul Walsh can do.
Yeah, let's have a look at the Arsenal side now. David O'Leary not quite fit, should be in time for the Cup, but Gus Caesar at number 5 gets further chance to gain experience. Paul Davis and Niall Quinn there as substitutes, showing really the overall strength now of the Arsenal squad, and a change, Tony Adams as captain today.
That's right, and of course Lee Dixon and Stevie Williams not there, but certainly the captaincy being handed to Tony Adams. He's only 21. Obviously there's been a lot of speculation about Kenny Sansom, and although Kenny plays in the side today, it's Tony Adams who's captain, and of course he is in the England side, and I'm sure at 21 he looks as this perhaps a stepping stone, waving to the Arsenal supporters as they chant his name. And he is a good competitor. He encourages everyone, and he's been very consistent, particularly in the last month. And of course, without David O'Leary alongside him, he'll take full responsibility today.
Perry Groves, of course, not such a fashionable player. I mean, they moan about him here, but he keeps there battling on, doesn't he, for £75,000.
That's right, he's having a stroll around the pitch there, but I'm sure he'll be looking forward to getting on the score sheet again. He scored some vital goals, and of course had the shadow, for 18 months of a big signing just about to come, but I'm sure today he'll try and prove to George Graham that
and lastly, a very quick star choice of yours.
Michael Thomas. I think for the last 5 weeks he's been exceptional, and I look forward to see how he does today.
Well, we shall look forward to that, and the action of Michael Thomas and others will be described by Don Howe, ex-manager of Arsenal, of course, currently coach to England and Wimbledon, and Barry Davies, fresh back from the Winter Olympics.
We know what they say, travel broadens the mind and makes one appreciate even more the things of home. Match of the day has always been something to appreciate for me. There's the third team on the park, the referee and his 2 linesmen, and the 2 mascots, Wesley King from Wood Green, who supports Spurs, and Gary Feldman from Elstree, who supports Arsenal. The referee is Vic Callow from Solihull in the West Midlands, and the 2 linesmen are Mike Bullivant from Cambridge and Peter Mentz, who comes from Southampton. That's the view from the camera on the other side, looking across to our commentary position on the front of the far stand. And the thought occurs to me, when did this contest ever have anything to do with current form? Like the great derbies in the north, Liverpool and in Manchester. So much pride at stake, and quite often the form book is upset. Here's a man for whom it's new, Terry Fenwick, at the back for Tottenham, one of the Terry Venable signings. Spurs attacking the goal to our left, which means that John Lukic is in front of the North Bank. Gus Caesar, who continues in place of the injured David O'Leary, who really is being kept carefully for the cup matches. Although it might be argued that Arsenal in their current form have every chance of finishing as runners-up in the First Division. Free kick is Arsenal's way. What breeze there is not as strong as earlier and is mainly blowing across and left to right. Tony Adams with an up and under, which Perry Groves is chasing. Chris Fairclough not managing to get in the challenge. That's good play by Hayes. Corner conceded by Ozzy Ardiles. So first test perhaps for Bobby Mims. Fenwick's head rather than the goalkeeper's fists. Tottenham finding it difficult to get away. The wind swirling a bit. Smith, and it's in! A goal, and we've only been playing 2 minutes. And Smith's 4th goal in 4 games. And one has to debit the goalkeeper. I'm not sure that he shouldn't have come for the ball right at the start when Fenwick won it. And the shot here, when he went to punch it away, and it seemed to go straight between his 2 fists. An unhappy start for Bobby Mims in the North London derby. But a very happy one for the man who scored, Alan Smith. Remember all those matches he was having when he couldn't find the net.
Super volley, Barry, by Alan Smith. I mean, it was his right foot. Alan Smith's left-footed. And he's come out. I mean, the ball was never cleared from the corner. Tottenham have come out, but they've come out and left the one side unguarded. And not only could Smith got in, the other Arsenal player there could have got in. And he's a terrific turn hit on the volley. A great shot.
For Walsh. This kick by the new Arsenal club captain, Tony Adams. It's not just a one-off appointment, he's got the job until further notice. Paul Allen. Same ways we just caught a glimpse of. That was Brian Statham. He's having a run in the right back position. In the absence through injury of Chris Hughton. He's only 18 years old, born in Zimbabwe. The whistle's gone. Chris Fairclough. Michael Thomas rather, and David Rocastle. Winterburn. Gary Mabbutt battling in typical style for it, but it comes to Perry Groves. And Fairclough able to calm things down a little bit. Rocastle, not the best of clearances. Sansom. And it is just a little bit too long. Cleared away by Gus Caesar. Samways, who's not the most popular player here, it should be said. I think that goes back to the semi-final of the Littlewoods Cup, when it was felt that little Aussie had rather too much to say. Mabbott. Samways. It got through. Good jigging from Paul Walsh. It's a good challenge from Adams. Rocastle, the break is this side. Rocastle has Thomas going forward. It's a little bit too far forward. I obviously haven't seen Arsenal play since they lost rather unluckily to Manchester United here, but on the evidence of the start, David Rocastle is showing the sort of form that he was showing earlier in the season. Whistle's gone, it's an Arsenal free kick. I think we might better settle down now. Difficult one for Smith to take. Not the best of balls from Clyde. Smith. Figure forward. Groves puts him behind Statham for a moment. Fennick. Having to battle for every ball he's given at the moment. Can you sense him in this position? It amounts to a free kick, the length of his throw. Smith underneath it, Fairclough timed the jump well. Back by Michael Thomas. Adams. Slightly curious ball by Sanson. He finds some space on this right side. This is Hayes. Not particularly well cleared. It wasn't a good header by Fairclough. Mitchell Thomas. Tottenham really don't know who's doing what. Rocastle. Pressurised by Samways. Paul Allen arriving, but it's a goal kick.
Terrific start to a game. I mean, the opening 10 minutes, as you would expect in a local derby when there's a lot at stake. A terrific start to a game. There's just a little bit of a misunderstanding between Chris Fairclough and the right back. The Arsenal are hitting long balls to the inside left position there, and Perry Groves is getting on the end of them and creating a bit of havoc. Actually, he got the corner just before that led to the goal through that inside left spot. Chris Fairclough at the moment is just not in command of that young right back. Should perhaps drag him inside on him a little bit.
Second chance because of the determination of Thomas. That'll be a free kick against Samways. to take it. Posse of 4 breaks up. Groves comes across, met by Fenwick. Good throw, out by Fenwick again. Walsh. Rocastle. That's a nice pass. Just a little bit too far ahead of Aussie Ardiles. Navitz. The free kick is Tottenham's way. Pointed at the last man to get up, David Rocastle. Fairclough has come forward on the right side of the area. Allen is just in front of him. Line of 4 with Mitchell Thomas centrally placed. Nichols comes to claim well. Statham. On by Ardiles. George Graham making a quick note. I think he's got the goal scorer down. Free kick is Arsenal's way. Both the managers in the stand, both the coaches down in the little cages. It's going all the way. Well, slight indecision in the Arsenal defence, and a reasonable comment, I would have thought, by Michael Thomas. I would suggest that he was saying to Lukic, why didn't you come and get it? Because it was easy as apple pie to do so. And Tottenham have got the throw, not the corner. Everybody throws it long these days. Flag is up for offside. Arsenal, as you heard, with 6 consecutive wins. Spurs with 1 win in 7 games, 4 draws, 2 defeats, including their demise at Port Vale. Fairclough. Hasn't yet settled to his game at all, Chris Fairclough. There is, of course, a theory in the game that players who leave Nottingham Forest take a long time to get used to working for somebody else. There are exceptions, but 1 or 2 of whom that seems to be a fair comment. I'll tell you what, Tony Adams also hasn't entirely settled on the game, but he's not being put under the sort of pressure that Chris Fairclough is. Groves. It's better from Tottenham. Offside. It was Paul Walsh. That's, I think, the first offside decision of the game, certainly the first one played for. And there is a delay because young Brian Statham is in need of some attention. Had 15 minutes, and the goal, a delight for Smith and for Arsenal, a disaster for Tottenham collectively, and a disappointment obviously for the new goalkeeper Bobby Mims.
Just on those clearances, there has been 1 or 2 missed clearances, Barry, but I think that's all to do with the wind. The ball is kind of moving in the air, you can see it, and when they're going in to volley clearances away, they're mistiming them, and it's coming off the top of their foot, things like that. It's not that easy. It will be interesting today to see how the dead ball situation... I mean, we've already had one goal from the dead ball situation, because George Graham and Terry Venables have got this record of good, inventive dead ball situations. It will be interesting to see what we get out of those.
Knew it was a heavyweight contest, and Frank Bruno proving the point here as a spectator for the afternoon. Ball kept low by the clearance, which helped in the wind as Richardson. Hayes bursting through, challenged by two. That Don Howe was making about the wind, it's now blowing much more strongly, and it's a little unpredictable. It's the worst element that footballers have to play against, I'm sure of that. Offside again. As you see, a few seconds ago it was blowing the other way, so it does make life difficult. Smith, nice little nod down. Mitchell Thomas got there just in time. Terry Groves, the offender. Both the subs are warming up for the record. Height made the difference. Allen was well closed down. Kenny Sanson came in. Intent of Gary Mabbutt really cut off in its prime because of the way suddenly the space that Clive Allen looked as though he was going to have was taken away by the coming in of Kenny Sanson. Up, four in midfield. No Arsenal player's going to get there. Plenty of youngsters having a Sunday afternoon out. Groves, nimbly done. Used his physique to good purpose too, and is a little unlucky. Walsh, Ardiles. Sharp challenge by Richardson and a good one. Fairclough, the goalkeeper, available. Most of the chat at the back is coming from Terry Fenwick, which is one of the reasons that Terry Venables bought his former skipper. Walsh. Not a bad try on the turn. Quite get round it. Coming up to 20 minutes gone. Arsenal leading 1-0. Walsh. Great challenge by Gus Caesar. Timed that superbly. Gets a pat on the top of the head from the ex-captain now, Kenny Sanson. Ardiles. Statham needs to make up his mind and didn't. Good challenge by Groves. Chased by Rocastle. And Thomas concedes the corner. Some fairly typical Arsenal play there, hounding from back to front, Don.
More times than not in these games anyway. I mean, all local down. I mean, you see Liverpool play Everton, you see Arsenal play Spurs, you see Man City play Man United. I mean, the hustling part of it you just take as granted. I mean, there's no room on that pitch. I mean, people like RTR dealers must wonder what it's all about. I mean, he's got a hell of a pace, nobody's got any room, so that's why all the mistakes are made.
But it needed Mims to get down on his near post. Here's Rocastle. And the free kick is Tottenham's way. There is little Ozzy Ardiles. It's been all happening around so far. He's a man who so much wants to go on playing for Tottenham, as he's always called them. And he's contributed a lot to the British game. Push and shove, and the free kick is against Caesar. Wasn't exactly trying to bury Allen, but he did enough. Walsh. It's the corner. Taking up a position on the near side of the 6-yard area. Ardiles wants it taken quickly, and it is. 4 Spurs players on the 6-yard line. The cross wasn't a good one. Fennick. Determined challenge from Rocastle. The free kick is given for the first challenge. And it's nowhere near where the incident happened, as the marks on the grass prove. Flag is up for offside. For 3 days. Statham. Adams. Free kick is against Walsh. Disappointing one from Kenny Sanson. May well have been the wind that took it up. Forward by Sanson for Groves. If you weren't with us at the start, I should tell you that for having a little old place in the sun, it would seem Kenny Sanson has lost the captaincy of Arsenal. It's gone to Tony Adams. A lot of spin on the ball. Groves wants it back and gets it. Well, he instigated it and he tried to finish it. He was waiting for the ball to drop, aware that a goalkeeper was coming towards him, and at least one defender was coming to him. Forward by Caesar. Hayes. Smith. Mabbott's clearance. Samways. He's asking a lot of Walsh. Well played by Rocastle. Groves. Richardson. Sansom moving on the far side. That's forward instead for Hayes. Well claimed by Bobby Mims. Caesar turned for all the world as though he was a guardsman. Paul Allen. The ball not coming down when a player wanted it to, but Tottenham get a corner out of it. Fairclough is coming forward. Walsh and Clive Allen in the 6-yard area. Gary Mabbott staying on the 18-yard line and being watched there by Adams. The two went for it, and Adams won. Rocastle, that's nicely laid off. There's a break this side. Well, there should have been. Paul Allen brought it to an end, but in part because Thomas pushed the ball up a bit far. It's Nigel Winterburn. Rocastle. Mitchell Thomas. Gary Mabbott did well. Ardiles. So did he. Samways. Statham. Groves. Or rather Richardson. Let's get that right. Fairclough. Mitchell Thomas. Nobody going down the line for him. Allen hanging back. 4 others involved in the attack. Ardiles. Thomas. Walsh near post. Allen in the middle. On the far side is Paul Allen, and the pace of the ball beats him.
Terrific run by Mitchell Thomas there. I mean, that's what he's good at, this big boy at the back. If he gets down these flanks, played a lovely 1-2 to get into a crossing position. Went right across the face of the goal. You know, get somebody on the end if it's a goal. Paul Walsh also is quite bright for Tottenham. I've been quite impressed with him here today. He looks as though he's the threat. He looks as though he's the boy who could perhaps get in the back of the Arsenal's defence.
Ardiles. Seeing more of the ball in effective positions in the last couple of minutes than at any stage previously. If there was a handball there for which Ardiles was appealing, it certainly came from Mabbott. It's a throw, and it's Arsenal's. Shouting amongst the youngsters as to whose ball that should have been. Linesman and referee had no doubt. Winterburn. Richardson. It had gone. Throw will be given. Walsh. Good stretch by Gus Caesar. Samways. Mitchell Thomas. Ardiles trying to get away and had a bit of a wrestling match with Michael Thomas. Spurs throw. And the two are together again. The Argentine and the promising Englishman. Rocastle. Walsh. Fairclough. Nobody had gone forward for it. And I don't think that anybody could have expected the pass either. And we've just passed the half-an-hour point. Still the 1 goal. The afternoon becoming rather less pleasant in that it's raining slightly. Oh, one by Mitchell Thomas. Kevin Richardson. Did well. Rocastle, everything to his left. That's a lovely weighted ball to Groves. And he was unlucky. An indication of the lad's confidence. The angle was always going to be tight. The weight of the pass from Rocastle was absolutely perfect, and he went for the narrow side and was jolly close, as you could see. Strikes me, Don, that's not the sort of shot of a player worrying about who might be coming to join the club next week.
Oh, that's right. I mean, Paddy Groves, really, he's a threat all the time. I mean, he should have scored 5 minutes ago when he got clean through onto the penalty spot. He should have hit the target at least. But, I mean, he's getting through. I mean, I'll say this about the Arsenal, they're going straight through the middle. I mean, you know, it's no flank play, straight through the middle, and they're getting into the heart of the Tottenham defence. And there's a lot of uncertainty there. You know, Chrissy Fairclough, it took him a while to settle in there, and he's having a different partner every week. So, naturally, there's a lot of uncertainty in the centre of the Tottenham defence.
Offside decision. Stifles Tottenham some 10 yards into the Arsenal half. Back two in the centre for Tottenham, Fairclough and Fenwick, with Gary Mabbutt playing in front of them. He's the chap who is always being used in so many different positions. Richardson. Walsh. Caesar took it away, which was as well. Sansom. Hayes looking for some movement forward. He's got it here from Winterburn. Succeeded in keeping it in for Thomas. Chase for Samways. Allen and Walsh in the middle. The early cross doesn't find either. Walsh. Rather hoped that John Lukic was standing on the edge of the 6-yard box, and he wasn't. Idealis. Thomas. Rocastle behind him. Groves in the inside right position, further over is Smith, and that's too long. Walsh didn't make it. Sansom had more time than he took. Adams. Determination from Statham. Paul Allen. Alan Smith forcing him to turn. Battling for the ball. Lovely turn. Richardson was very quickly goal side to dispossess. Didn't actually get too far in that move, Tottenham, but at least the passes were much more of intent. Rocastle fills. Mitchell Thomas on the counter. Clive Allen is on the touchline. Walsh in the middle, so is Ardiles. Met by Adams. Winterburn. Fenwick. Ardiles. Rocastle, chase for Hayes. Good cover by Statham. Still a bit of pace, the fullback. Fennick and Groves. It's an awkward bounce. And the push by Groves, says Mr. Cullen.
I think if Tottenham are going to get this equalising goal, Barry, it's going to come down this left side. I mean, Mitchell Thomas is going forward all the time. He's getting into good crossing positions. If somebody could get on the end of it, I mean, Paul Allen, who's playing down the right side for Tottenham, should be getting on the end of Mitchell Thomas's crosses. I can't understand that. I suppose they'll pick it up at half-time. And I would think George Graham's going to be saying to David Rocastle, hey, pick up this left back. Don't let him attack us so much.
Offside flag is up. Smith. Yes, I think there have been moments with Michael Thomas and with David Rocastle when they've just decided to enjoy themselves. Lost a bit of the geography of it. Here's Mitchell Thomas again. And Clive Allen stopped running, presumably thinking he was going to get caught offside. Another Tottenham attack down this side. Arsenal's attacks once again down the middle. Ardiles. Walsh. Tottenham certainly pushing it around, as they weren't doing at the beginning. Brought to an abrupt end, but Smith was offside. They're not, in fairness, seeing as many offside decisions as some may have thought before the match. Hayes. Well, one back by Walsh. Very, very neat and nifty. Didn't find the man on the far side again, who was Clive Allen, who indulged in a little bit of basketball. High of Arsenal reject against Clive Allen. We've actually had a chance to play a game here. He was on the books. Hayes. Sansom. He was involved in the transfer which changed everything. Hayes again. Thomas. Ardiles let him go. And Tottenham are lucky to survive. Rocastle. Nobody coming up for him. They're all actually in the area trying to avoid their markers. Richardson. Smith wants the curled one. Statham did well, stood in front of his man to cover exactly that eventuality. Groves, still proving a handful. Rocastle, taken off his toe by Fennick. Winterburn. Well, there was no doubt which foot he wanted to take that on.
Yeah, well, it's one of these things. I mean, what Nigel's done since he's come here from Wimbledon to the Arsenal, he's a left-footed player, and everyone knows basically he's a left back, and he's playing in the right back position. So every now and again he's going to get caught out. The way the Arsenal play by pushing everybody inside, it suits him because he's pushing everybody in on his left foot. So he gets away in terms of the position, but occasionally going forward he gets found out.
Free kick against Thomas. Looking for Paul Allen. ball and company from Hayes at the same time. Martin Hayes, who hasn't found the goal-scoring form of last season, but has done a tidy job for Arsenal. Allen. Long throw coming up, so forward comes Chris Fairclough. There he is, number 5. Won by Walsh, who got up well. Adams and Hayes. Fennick. That's a great ball from Richardson to Groves. 4 Arsenal players forward, now 5. This is Thomas. I think he'll be a bit disappointed, but what a great ball that was played through. Final shot from Thomas is not one that he'll remember with great affection, I don't think. But when you look at his shot and the one that Groves missed, it could be a lot worse for Tottenham. Quite what Caesar intended. Walsh. Thomas. Good play by Richardson again. That's a chase for Groves. Covered by Brian Statham. The young man has done a good job, and he hasn't always been helped by more experienced colleagues, particularly at the start. But again, the pace of Groves, which turned the Littlewoods Cup final in Arsenal's favour against Liverpool last season, seemed a good advantage. We're 2 minutes away from the half-time interval. Clive Allen. Well, he looked up too. He looked up to see what was around and put the ball where there was nobody. Obviously feels that he should have got more support from the middle of the field. And that's a fair comment. Answers the referee. Well used by Smith. Caesar. Winterburn. Richardson. What a good buy he's proved to be. The deal is, didn't get it. Paul Allen did. Clive Allen. Lack of understanding between Clive Allen and Paul Walsh. George Graham and Steve Burtonshaw in conversation. George is going to be there when the team come in. And Terry Venables waiting down below. David Rocastle. Not a good first touch by Groves. Richardson. Hayes. Statham just needs to hold him out there. Didn't really get very tight to him. Here's Sansom. Here's Groves. Thomas. Away by Fennick. The ball didn't cross the line. And the thought occurs to me that Terry Venables said that the first thing to sort out in the team would be the defence, and I would think all coaches would agree with that. But on the evidence of this afternoon's first half, He's still got a few things to sort out there. Conceded the one goal. Might have been two others, and on 3 or 4 other occasions they haven't looked too comfortable. Hayes. Just one goal against Tottenham and for Arsenal during the first half. A fine volley, as Don Howe said, on his wrong side from Alan Smith, which came in the 2nd minute. The half-time score, Arsenal 1, Spurs 0.
Spurs coming out at the moment, and possibly Terry Venables have made 1 or 2 tactical changes. All will be revealed, I'm sure, but they know they've got an uphill battle against, as you say, an Arsenal side who have got 1 or 2 youngsters like Spurs. There's Paul Walsh, who did very well in the first half, but it'll be interesting now to see whether Arsenal do carry the momentum as they did in that opening 45 minutes.
Well, the men to describe that to us, Don Howe and Barry Davies.
Well, the players now welcomed by very heavy rain. Good applause, of course, for the home team. Don, we were talking about what tactical changes might be made by Terry Venables. Any thoughts?
I don't think there'll be any tactical changes. I would think he'll be moaning and groaning at getting people on the back post at crosses. I mean, Mitchell Thomas has been down this left about 4 or 5 times, got great crosses to the back post, and Paul Allen's been in the middle of the Arsenal half instead of getting to that back post, and vice versa. There was one cross just before the end, coming in from the right, and there's nobody on this back post. Now, the wide midfield players, that's their job. They've got to get to that back post to get on the end of those crosses. If they do that, they'll score goals.
It is absolutely teeming. And away go Arsenal on the 2nd half. 7 goal attempts against Tottenham's 2, according to our statistician. 4 offsides apiece. And 2 corners apiece. Early touch for Bobby Mims. And Terry Venables starting the 2nd half on the bench. Clive Allen. It might be said of Terry Venables that he's got almost as many column inches this year as one Eddie Edwards. But for all Tottenham's problems, he hasn't yet thought about jumping from either 90 or 70 feet. Castle, lovely control, lovely sway, but no end product except the corner. It's certainly a young man whose future is being watched closely by both the England coach and the England manager, I'm sure. Line of 4 to run from the 18-yard line, just one Arsenal player in the 6-yard box. Adams just got a little bit of it. Smith, Thomas, and having to turn and squirm, and it was a good header out because he was under great pressure, but Arsenal still keeping the pressure on. Statham who got that away. But it's still messy. No width at all, the whole play was right down the centre of the field. And still is. Statham over this way is the best ball, but Paul Allen delaying. That's better. Good challenge. Fine tackle by Adams. Bobby Mims, who's played the cup final for Everton, so knows the atmosphere of the big occasion. And indeed acquitted himself very well for Everton when he deputised for Neville Southall. Offside. Walsh who made the movement, and Samways who chipped it in for him. A comfortable offside. Richardson. Samway's on, Allen on, Walsh in receipt. Martin Hayes for Arsenal. Groves goes left. Nothing comes the other way. Thomas and Walsh. Richardson. Allen had blocked the back pass. Ardiles. And he's continued the run. And the run was matched by the marking of Martin Hayes. Makes it 3 corners apiece. Possibly the best moment we've seen from Ardiles, certainly in the last third of the field it is. 5 waiting. It was Fairclough who made the header, but not with the power to really direct the ball. Richardson quickly to him, so was Thomas. Clive Allen. Michael Thomas in the battle. Nice spin, which was cut off in its prime, and the free kick will be given. Mitchell Thomas has taken up the position of a left winger. Ardiles. Free kick again. So you do slightly get the impression that Ardiles needs to make the ball work for him a bit more than he is at the moment. It's difficult, Don, for a player who likes to dwell on the ball like Ardiles. He's getting caught occasionally.
Well, that's right, but at the same time, as the game goes on and things slow down, Ozzy's who's got the ability and the possibility just to create that chance.
Groves. Richardson. It's the second time this afternoon. The haircut is similar, but not much more. Not even the colour. Well won by Adams. Mabbott. Worked. Oh, free kick for obstruction by Gus Caesar. There's some interesting one-touch stuff from Tottenham on the near touchline. Thomas is up on the far left. Fenwick peels away. Thomas comes in, gets the header away by Caesar. Flag is up for offside, but the referee lets play continue. Ardiles. Allen. Promising spell this from Tottenham. Mitchell Thomas. Rocastle across and left, and Winterburn turns it away with the left leg once again. Ardiles. Linesman says it's an Arsenal ball. Graham, like his opposite number in the glass box. Walsh. Allen. Oh, what a strike! What a superb strike by Clive Allen. 54 minutes gone, and the North London derby is tied up. And Clive Allen, who hasn't seen too much of the ball in areas which have been of any use to him, really struck that quite superbly. Played into him, and he hit it. Came off the outside of his boot a little bit, and really, Lukic, I don't think even smelt it.
Good striker's goal, no back left on his shot, hit it quick, hit it fair, and another chance there for the Arsenal.
Turned away by Bobby Mims, and the goal has lifted the crowd. Arsenal immediately at the other end. The promise was realised for Tottenham, and now we have a match. Good flick on. I've got the head of that match at most. Walsh turned back into trouble because there was nobody wide. But Hayes is wide for Arsenal. A little indecisive. Fairclough. Mitchell Thomas. Always easy to say from the stand, but that surely was a moment when Martin Hayes should have committed the Tottenham defence. Didn't really make up his mind, I don't think, what he was going to do. Ardiles. Started with Messer-Smith and Allen each having scored 12 goals this season. They've now each scored 13 and the score is 1-1. Michael Thomas, useful. Well, it ran in fact over to Fenwick when there were two options for Arsenal, both Groves and Hayes. Statham. Smith. Hayes to get in front of his man. It's well watched by Fairclough. Walsh. Caesar arrived a bit late. Paul Allen needs help. He's got Samways behind him. Caesar. Rocastle. Good challenge by Clive Allen. Well nicked too. And a good intention by Walsh, but just not enough pace on the ball to get it away from Caesar. But it's cut-tie stuff now, no doubt about that. Hardly been a moment of respite since Clive Allen tied the score. Referee's given the free kick against Adams. See Walsh getting up and going away. Looks a Tottenham player to me, Paul Walsh. Well taken by Statham. Like with promise too, I think. Cut out by Fairclough. Winterburn. Alan Smith. Good job for Tottenham, he didn't take that. And a disappointment for Arsenal.
The equalising goal has picked up the pace of the game terrifically. It's virtually back to square one. Everybody now is competing in all areas of the pitch. Little Ozzy Ardiles has got into the game more now, and I think that's the difference between the two teams. He's starting to get all the things and get Tottenham to pass the ball about. He's getting the ball up to Paul Walsh, who's having a terrific game.
Sansom. Rocastle. Blocked by Fairclough. Ozzy wants it everywhere. But it's really good to see a player in this sort of atmosphere, maybe coming towards the twilight of his career, who's prepared to put his foot on the ball and try and boss the position. Ardiles again. Little hop and skip and a useful pass to Paul Allen, who's also responding. Saying there would be some exhortations and comments from Terry Venables. Whatever he said to the midfield, Don, would seem to have livened the Tottenham midfield up.
Well, Ozzy Ardiles has just dropped back now. He's just playing in front of the back four, and he seems to a little bit more time on the ball, and then he can hit those balls up to Clive Allen and Paul Walsh.
Caesar wins it. And it's a corner. Fairclough has come forward. Ardiles. And the goalkeeper lost it, but it's a goal kick. Suddenly had to look quickly to his right. Would be a member of the constabulary. In the middle of a hailstorm. Just in case you're worried about it, Jimmy Hill is in the dry. Richardson. Walsh, so determined and offered so much this afternoon. I'm saying all he needs is some more games. And he actually started one match for Liverpool this season, and ironically that was against Tottenham. Tottenham's free kick.
Tell you what, Barry, it's a storming game.
Doesn't do too much for the hairstyle this weather, though. Mabbott seemed to hang for a bit. Winterburn coming across. Samways didn't quite get there. Smith found himself in a block, but still battled. And I think a free kick has been given for the challenge on Smith. Richardson. Follow up by Richardson. Rocastle. Richardson. Was hoping that Groves would make a run left or right. If you're wondering what the noise is, well, the hailstones are all around the stand and all around our equipment. We apologise for that, but there's nothing we can do about it except look skywards and ask for some help. And it looks as though if the wind's in the right direction, it's been changing all afternoon, the storm won't last too long. And Mims, well, he was out, but didn't really make a true challenge. It was Adams who beat him. Now Paul Allen. Walsh is offside. of some distance by Paul Allen, but that's the problem against the defence, which is looking to play someone offside. He held it up there as he was challenged. Walsh moves just that split second too soon, and up goes the flag. Allen, handball, gets away with it. Sanson. Just a bit too much on that, the idea was good. Becoming increasingly difficult to control. Often skidding away from the foot that's trying to control it. Allen. Spurs have certainly used more width than Arsenal. Smith. Paul Allen. Well played again. Ardiles is square. Samways makes the forward run. Ardiles couldn't get it through to him. Oh. Thomas. Rocastle. Winterburn making three attackers, one of whom is Groves. Thomas again. Rocastle. So 21 minutes of the second half gone. Arsenal 1, Tottenham 1. And two Tottenham players in need of attention. Ardiles has got up, but Samways requires the trainer.
I think most of the, I mean, there is a lot of full-blooded tackles going on there in the middle of the pitch. But I think mainly it's because there's not enough width. I mean, there doesn't seem to be an out-and-out good winger out there where one of the teams could go wide. I mean, Martin Hayes is a winger, but he's a right-footed outside left, so naturally he comes into the middle. David Rocastle's coming into the middle. Paul Allen's coming into the middle. Vince Samways is coming in the middle. So we're getting a lot of challenges in there, but I suppose in some ways the game is crying out for a little bit of width. And I think if Tottenham get the width, and then they come back inside to Ozzy, he'll then start to knock it all over the pitch, and they'll start then to create the chance they're looking for.
Adams. Paul Allen, who's done his best to come down the touchlines on this side. Well, that's the front row for the Constabulary. Good to see they've got a chance to watch the football and not the crowd. Winterburn. It's all down the middle again. Ardiles. It's becoming increasingly slippery around the centre circle. Hayes sorts it out. Sanson. Groves to chase. Fennick. Corner given. And Fennick is furious with the linesman. And if I read his lips, he's saying the whole of the ball. The linesman had the best view in the ground. Right in front of Mims, out by Statham. Arsenal ball. Samways. Adams. A watch, because the wind took that away. Allen. Statham going on the overlap outside him and isn't given the ball, but a free kick will be given. Against Gus Caesar, who was struggling to get back, having reinforced forward. But I think that's the first occasion I can remember Brian Statham making a run outside the man with the ball on the flank. Ideal is orchestrating again. He's got 5 on the far post. Allen just ahead. Good header out by Adams. They are teasing little free kicks that Ardiles drops into a crowded area. Now Winterburn tries to set Groves. Statham has gone across. It was Samways who made the challenge. Richardson. Smith. Ardiles. And he's really enjoyed the second half. There was a period at the start of it and he seemed to be wanting to try and do too much, but he's been a major factor in Tottenham's return to have an involvement in the match, which for much of the first half they didn't really have. Down to Groves. Smith going to the middle, only those two. And a bit of pulling by Groves. It's a Spurs free kick. Well, that's the best view of the sky. It's still pretty grey above us. And 1 or 2 pretty wet youngsters among a crowd of 37,143. Blocked by Walsh. He's been so determined, Paul Walsh. I say it would be really good to see him find his form again with Tottenham. He's very unlucky at Liverpool during his time there with injuries. Ardiles this time leaves it. Mitchell Thomas. Clive Allen. Paul Allen has gone ahead. It's a good ball. The early cross though was a bit wild. And in fact the flag was up on the far side anyway. Arsenal won the first meeting between these two when they were setting up their record run of 14 consecutive wins. And of course it was Arsenal who went to Wembley last season instead of Tottenham after beating them in the semi-final of the Littlewoods Cup. Tottenham got there later, but lost out to the inspiration of Coventry. Fenwick has the ball placed for him by Ardiles. And they look for the wide man again. And again it's Mitchell Thomas, Clive Allen. Got that one as wrong as he got the scoring one right.
game at the moment's gone a little bit stalemate. It's slowed down. I mean, after that terrific start to the second half, it's slowed down a little bit. If anybody's going to get in, it's either going to be Perry Groves or Paul Walsh. But Perry Groves gets in such good positions and just can't deliver at the end of it.
Smith. He's won a few balls defensively too, the Argentine. And we move into the last 15 minutes. All to play for. Here's Groves! Oh, that's a beauty! That is a beauty! Turns to the north bank and deserves their applause. Turned so well, and the pace of the shot too much for Bobby Mims' left hand, and the England coach to my left has every reason to smile at his own forecast.
Well, the boy gets a lot of criticism because he gets himself in such good positions and don't put it away. At last it's worked out for him. Good for him.
Perry Groves' 7th goal of the season. Can Tottenham come back again? Well, we've seen 3 good strikes this afternoon, and that gentleman should approve of. Alan Smith, one with his wrong foot. Clive Allen with no backlift. Groves with as sweet a turn and finish as you could wish to see.
A similar goal against Everton when they won that game in the first leg of the Littlewoods Cup. He got a similar goal where he turns on things and just hits it. You know, good for him.
I wonder if Kerry Dixon is watching the match. An Arsenal crowd reminding us of the score. Hayes, this is, but it's still only 2-1. Blind pass, but Hayes was running out of angle. Mistake came from Mitchell Thomas. Mims certainly made it as difficult for Hayes as he possibly could. The Spurs still in with the business, with a chance of doing the business. Ardiles looking for Clive Allen. Flag is up for offside. Good for the referee, totally. Well, he didn't ignore it, he acknowledged it, but let play continue. Statham. Adams. Just a little exchange, I think, between captain and goalkeeper. Nikic might have made that easier for him. Groves and Fenwick on by Rocastle, hoping to find Groves again. Mitchell Thomas made sure that he didn't. Good header. Walsh ran right across the line of flight. Winterbed back inside. Kenny Sanson going forward. seen him do too much of that this afternoon. Terry Venables' record since he took over officially on November the 23rd is 5-5-5. Wins, draws and losses. Hayes, Statham, Walsh. Stomach muscles, but he felt it a bit. Disappointing from Kenny Sansom. And I don't think the wind had anything to do with that, because it was actually into the wind, and he maybe overhit it because of that.
No, he's just miscued his cross there, Barry. How's ideal is now, I don't know whether it's the conditions of the pitch, but he's looking just that little bit tired. I'm surprised that Terry hasn't done something about his substitution there. Try and, you know, get back in and get that equaliser.
Little under 10 minutes left. Walsh. Adams. Just taking it calmly. Plenty of time for Lukic. Groves. Rocastle. And Statham covered his centre half. He didn't make the header. Mitchell Thomas. Groves. Free kick. Didn't quite time it right. And Terry Groves must be one of the contenders for man of the match, leaving it to another for me, particularly first half. Richardson will take it. Smith, who won it. Winterburn. I thought there was too much doubt about who would be the pick for Tottenham. He's the fellow who just made that little nod there. Walsh. A very consistent match. Battle for the ball and done lots of good things. And the battling there by Fairclough, a little bit too much for Mr. Callow's liking. Hanging a bit. Ideal is Statham. Gary Mabbott. A piece of whisking away by Winterburn. And here he is again. All sorts of options. Smith. Curling. Good save. Wish that save had come right at the beginning. Plucked it out well. Didn't have the pace of Alan Smith's earlier effort. But even so, a good stop. Again, the wind taking the ball back. It's now blowing almost entirely straight down the field from the north bank. Ardiles. Fairclough, he was struggling to keep it under control. He gets a free kick. Allen pointing, Walsh alongside him. In comes Mabbott. Goal kick.
Well, both teams are still ploughing on down through the middle, still no width. I just feel now that the Arsenal have got it signed and sealed. I know we shouldn't say that with what, five minutes to go, but it looks as though they've really got hold of it. They've tightened up in midfield. David Rocastle shut off Mitchell Thomas. I think they know what they're at now, the Arsenal.
Samways. Walsh. Offside. And across the north bank like that because he missed. Just think the man who checked his watch was Alan Harris, Tottenham number 2. We make it 4 minutes left. Arsenal that close to a double over their North London rivals, and they've certainly outsmarted this season. And they've got so much left to play for, whereas Tottenham, who started with such promise back in August, now find such a change in personnel, including the manager. Who would have thought it? Having a quick word with Michael Thomas. Met by Caesar. Fennick. Castle giving employment to Lukic. 3 minutes left. Not the best of clearances. Walsh. Taken away from him by Groves. Walsh gets it back. And how often he's done that? It wasn't Groves again, it was Richardson. This is Richardson. Christian named Kevin, formerly of Everton and Watford. Away to prepare for the free kick given for the challenge on Mabbott. Same ways to take it. Fennick trying to get it back across the front of Smith. Chance of an Arsenal break. Needed a better pass than that. Ardiles. That's straight to Hayes. I think one of the things that Terry Venables may go away from this match thinking about, certainly Tottenham's best spell came when Ardiles was at his best. Ardiles is coming up 36, an offside flag is being waved. So presumably from somewhere he needs to find a player who can fit that role.
Yeah, well, he's got Nico Klassen there on the line. I mean, it's too late now. You think perhaps if he'd been on for 10-15 minutes, he might have prized the door open. He's got pace, he's got ability, he can get on the end of mistakes, he can create things.
Cover by Caesar, with Clive Allen threatening behind. But either Arsenal are battling down the hatches or Tottenham are pushing them back. In the final seconds, and seconds it is, we're inside the last minute. Gary Mabbott to wind up for a long throw, surely. Mitchell Thomas is in the area. Coming out of the sky, Thomas won it. And the flick was from Fairclough. Peels for a corner. Nothing given. Got a little deflection on the way. Thomas. Winterburn. Thomas, Ardiles. Paul Allen and Kenny Sanson. And it's Tony Adams who makes an excellent challenge. And I thought he started a little uncertainly. Maybe the conditions were a factor. Certainly he's had a good match. Last chance for Tottenham. Mabbott tried to get there. Fennick. And he didn't manage to get the throw. Ardiles. Referee has a look at his watch. A second and a third. And Arsenal have the victory by 2-1. Perry Groves getting the winner, and Tottenham beaten by that score for the second time this season. And the first meeting between two managers who are great friends, Terry Venables and George Graham, goes the way of George Graham. Clive Allen with a tremendous strike with such little backlift, bringing Tottenham back into the match. But a fine spin turn by Perry Groves produced the winner. The other goal coming in the second minute, a long time ago, scored by Alan Smith. 2-1 to Arsenal.